Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, and it's time for Wellness Wednesday. I hope you are all having a great week and getting back into a rhythm again now the kids are back at school. Today for Wellness Wednesday, I wanted to talk about something that is really personal to me, and I don't normally share this much about my backstory of my cancer, and today is a very important day for me and a very difficult day as well, because 3 years ago today was when I found the lump, and then that sent me down the whole spiral of all of the tests and everything else, and then being diagnosed with breast cancer and the chemo and everything else that followed. And that I've come this far, that it's, that I'm still here, that it's 3 years on. I just wanted to share with you for Wellness Wednesday today the importance of putting our own health first above everything else. And I know I talk a lot on the blog and in the Facebook group and in my emails to my subscribers about self-care and how much I love self-care and how it is important to fill our own cups up before we can take care of everybody else, and to nurture our own well-being and make our well-being a priority. But the well-being isn't just about finding habits that help us to become the best version of ourselves, or finding time to prioritize the things that we love to do, or doing things like getting enough sleep and eating well and drinking more water. All of that stuff is great when it comes to self-care and making our well-being a priority. But there's one thing above everything else that is so important, and that is putting the needs of our health above everything else as well. And so for Wellness Wednesday, I just wanted to share with you guys about the importance of doing that, and for you to do that too, that if you have got something going on in your own health, or you've been neglecting your health, that to just think about what you could do to make your own health more of a priority and to put your health first. And for me, if it was looking back at my cancer, I would never ever have known that I had that lump and that I had breast cancer if I hadn't taken the time to regularly check myself. And so each month I would check and just make sure there was nothing untoward or anything that felt abnormal. And although I did that, I was never ever expecting to actually find anything. And I had no other symptoms other than a few days before I had a slight pull of a muscle, or pain across here, which I thought was a pulled muscle, and I took absolutely no notice of it. And it wasn't until that Sunday evening where I did the checks in the bath that I felt that lump. And it just completely turned my world upside down. The panic that went through me at the time of finding the lump there, and the fear of what it might mean and everything else. And it can be scary if you've got something that you're worried about, or you've got something that you need to get sorted. And it doesn't have to be as extreme as as my cancer case or anything like that. It could just be as simple that you keep putting off a dentist appointment, or you haven't that your optician's checkup is due, or there's just something else that that you need to get done that you haven't done yet, that you want to do. Then go ahead and do it. Don't put it off. Don't let it eat you up inside because of the fear of the unknown of what it might mean, or that you haven't got time for it, or you're busy doing other things, and keep bumping those dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, or optician's appointments, whatever it might be, to that bottom of the list. Wellness Wednesday today, I want you to make those a priority and to actually do the things that you need to do, because today is 3 years for me, and if I hadn't checked to see if that, my regular checks and find that lump, I would never have known that I had breast cancer, and who knows where I'd be today. And so I just wanted to share with you the importance of putting your health first and making your well-being a priority and your health a priority. And it doesn't matter how, the fear can hold you back. If there's something that you're worried about, you can ignore it hoping it will go away, or you can ignore it because you're worried what the outcome might be. And it took me 2 or 3 days to pluck up the courage to go and see the doctor once I found the lump. But I knew that I had to do something about it, and I didn't want to put it off. I didn't want to hide away, and I knew I had to face up to the possibility that it may have been something serious that needed sorting. And I am so glad that I did. And yes, it was hard to process the news once I found out, and it took a long time for us to, we still haven't fully dealt with it, and there are still times where it completely overwhelms me and gets the better of me. But if I hadn't have gone to the doctor, then who knows where I would have been. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. And, whether it's checkups for a mammogram or breast screening or even your smear test, all of those things. And I'm getting really raw and personal with you today. And I don't normally do that. I don't normally share like this and that. But just because this time of year is so hard for me, because it just brings back all kinds of memories and everything. And I am here to be here and support you any way I can to help you create a life you love and live that life you love. And part of that is that well-being and making it a priority, and that includes your own health and well-being too. And I think these sort of issues, we just don't talk about it enough, and we all go for our regular smear tests as well and things. And you're really sharing, before I had my cancer, I also had a cancer scare of an abnormal smear test, and that came back with pre-cancer cells, and I don't know whether the two are linked or anything like that, but if I hadn't have gone and had those smear tests as well, and I had to have biopsy and the area removed and tested, and fortunately everything was fine. But if I hadn't have had that smear test too, then also who knows where I could have been. So it's so important that we put our health as a first and as a priority, and with everything else that's going on. And our priorities really are our kids and our family, but we need to look after ourselves first too, and stop bumping those things to the bottom of the list. So today, just for Wellness Wednesday, I just wanted to share that with you really, and to just be open and honest with you about my story. And I want to share more of that with you, and in time I will do, but it's still something that's very raw and on the surface and very hard for me to talk about. And I've got lots of posts that I want to write on that, and I will do. But in the meantime, because it's something that's so dear to my heart, and the importance of getting yourself checked and putting yourself first, is that if you have got something that you've been putting it off, whether it is a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment, an optician's appointment, or you've had things go on in the past that you want to talk about and you maybe haven't felt ready, maybe now is the time to seek some help and talk to somebody. Or if you've got back pain niggling you, and maybe go and see a chiropractor, or you need a physiotherapist for something, whatever it might be that would help you put your health first and make that a priority, go for it. Do not be scared. Find the support you need, and just do it. And if it's those regular appointments that you keep putting off because you've got other things that you think you need to do, then make those a priority and go for it and just do it. Because it doesn't have to be as extreme as my cancer story, and everything that we've been through, but if you don't do that, then who knows where you can be. And I look back now of the 3 years ago, and I've got no idea how fast it's gone so fast, and I can't believe that it is 3 years ago already. And when I was first diagnosed, there was all these rush decisions of, I have never had to make so many quick decisions in such a short space of time, with very little information to go on as well. And it was a lot of just best guessing and just taking the advice of the doctors and the nurses and my oncologist and just going for it. And within 6 weeks I had been diagnosed. I'd had ultrasounds and biopsies. I had my sentinel nodes removed to see if the cancer had spread anywhere else in my body, and thankfully it hadn't. And then I had my mastectomy and my reconstruction, and then I had 5 days of laying flat on my bed on my back in the hospital, because I wasn't allowed to move and couldn't move, because I had drains coming out of my left breast and drains coming out of my thigh where they had taken the tissue to reconstruct. And then straight on from that was 6 rounds of chemo that took me right round through from April till Christmas. And then it took another 6 months for my hair to really start growing back as well. So it was a massive long process. And I have never opened up like this before. So it's really weird to be talking about it with you guys. But I want to be raw and real with you. And I want you to know that just because my blog is about a simple and contented life doesn't mean that I have it all nailed and I have it all sorted, because I don't. I far from have it sorted, and I'm just doing what I can in my journey to try and simplify and make life less stressful and more enjoyable, and to share with you the things that I am doing to achieve that. So because of my journey and my experience with my cancer, is that it taught me that nothing is more important than spending quality time with the ones we love. And that in order to do that, I didn't want to get bogged down by the day-to-day anymore, and I wanted to make the things that were a priority to me, of my happiness and my health and well-being, and my boys and my family and my husband, and they are the things that matter to me. And I have been ever since my chemo finished, really, and I was able to start getting moving and doing things again, I was determined to start doing what I could to slow things down, take back control, and make time for the things that matter. And I want to help you guys do the same too. And that's why I set this group up. That's why I set the blog up. That's why I do my Challenge Mondays and my Wellness Wednesdays, because I want to be here for you and support you any way I can. And so today, it's a bit of a difficult subject for me to talk about, but I really wanted to open up with you guys and just share all of that with you, and to just to encourage you that whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're going through, I'm here for you. I will help you any way I can. And if there are those things that, for making your well-being and your health a priority today for Wellness Wednesday, have a think about those and make that appointment, and do whatever it might be to start putting your health first. If you're looking to get healthier but you haven't got round to sorting out a meal plan for healthier living and buying the ingredients you need to eat more healthily, then go and do that. And you know, the drinking more water, getting more sleep, all of those kind of things and the healthy habits. But then also have a look at, when was the last time you went to the dentist? When was the last time you had your eyes tested? When was the last time, you know, is your mammogram due? Anything like that, just go and make those appointments and get those things sorted, because it's so, so important. And for me, I will fess, mine is the dentist right now, because I hate going to the dentist and it completely freaks me out. I can't stand sitting in the chair and just those instruments coming towards me. I hate it. But I'm halfway through treatment for a root canal filling, and I have had the temporary bit put on. I've had the x-rays done. I know I need to have the root canal filling, and I know I need to have the crown to finish it off. And that was 2 months ago. So I'm just as bad, you know, I'm always putting things off, and I'm putting mine off because I'm terrified of the dentist. But I know it needs to be done, because if I don't, I know that more work is going to need to be done afterwards as well, because I keep ignoring it. And in the meantime, I'm still eating on it. So I need to go and get that sorted. So I will make a promise to you that if you go and sort out the things that you need to do to make your health a priority, then I'll go and make that dentist appointment as well. So that's it for the Wellness Wednesday today. Before I go, I hope I haven't put you off, shared too much, whatever, but I just felt, with today being the 3rd year anniversary of me finding the lump for my breast cancer, I'm feeling very emotional about it all, that I just wanted to share that with you. And so yeah, that's it for Wellness Wednesday. Before I go, I just wanted to remind you that tonight's, the monthly masterclass for April, tonight's masterclass takes place live here in the group at 8 p.m. And I'll be sharing the routines that I use, the daily routines and weekly routines I use to help me keep on the straight and narrow and stay sane. And I know that they'll really help you too. So I'm going to go through those. I'm going to share what they are, and I'm going to share a few tips for you on how you can assess the routines that you already have and how to make sure that they work for you, and how, if you're not already using some of these routines, how to bring them into your life so that they can help things make family life less stressful and more enjoyable for you too. And talking of that too, don't forget as well that this week the challenge from Ultimate Bundles and A Slob Comes Clean, they are doing a free challenge for decluttering the scary space of your home. And I shared the link in the group yesterday, but I'll repost it later this afternoon as well. And it's a video that takes you through how to break down the barrier of decluttering and getting stuck in and all of that, and then a worksheet to help you actually attack the scariest space in your home. And for me, I'm working through that right now, and the video is only 20 minutes long, but it's brilliant, and it really just helps you to push past how to work out whether to hold on to something or not, and how to let go of the guilt if you're feeling guilty about throwing things away, and all of those kind of things. And the workbook is brilliant too, and it's really pretty as well, and I love a pretty printable. So if you've got an area in your home that you know you want to declutter but you keep avoiding because you've got no idea where to start, this challenge is perfect. So yeah, sign up for that. But that's it for today, and yeah, let me know in the comments if this resonated. And thank you for listening and being here and just letting me pour my heart out about my cancer story, because I haven't shared like this before. And yeah, so thank you. And that's it for today. I will see you later, hopefully in the group, for the April masterclass for routines to simplify your life. And until then, have a great day. And if you can't join me live, be sure to catch it on the replay. Otherwise, I will see you again on Monday, back to normal for Challenge Monday. Bye for now.